Sorry, just gonna get the right button. Bruce, congratulations on the win. I wanted to ask about your defense. You got some key guys back, but how important it was to dominate at the start of the game the way you did.
Oh, there's no doubt. I think they're all disappointed in that little relaxation. When you have a chance to shut somebody out, you don't relax. And I think we learned a lesson there. But yeah, for 3 quarters, they were fantastic.
Thank you.
We'll go to Jenna Lane.
Hey, Coach, just wondering what the latest was on Tristan Wirfs' ankle.
Well, it looks like the same as it was at halftime. I just saw him for a minute ago. It hasn't changed. He's got a sprained ankle. We'll see.
Gotcha. And I know you didn't activate Leonard Fournette. What did you see this week that gave you pause about activating him, and what's his outlook for this coming week?
Wait and see when he can hit top speed. He tried to hit top speed a couple of times, and he could feel it. And until he's full speed, we're not going to use him.
Thank you.
We'll go to Rick Stroud.
Hey, Bruce, can you describe, I don't know if you had Shaq on a pitch count or not, but just that athletic play he made, tipping the ball to himself and setting up, a quick strike touchdown on the next play.
Yeah, he looked healthy as hell when he was running, didn't he? But no, he was, both he and JPP. That's what's nice about having that 5-man rotation, being able to use all those guys and have fresh bodies out there chasing Jalen around.
And a lot was made of how well, the Eagles run the football. What did you guys do in particular? I mean, getting a lead is always helpful, right? But what did you do in particular to shut down their run?
We just tackled it way better. We played the screen game way better, and we were more physical in the first 3 quarters.
Scott Reynolds.
Bruce, can you speak to the play of Mike Edwards coming up with the interception on that play where Jamel Dean slipped, and just the game that he had filling in at nickel for SMB and then also playing safety for you?
Yeah, he had a heck of a ball game, and he's banged up. He got hurt on that one punt protection, but Mike's a baller, man. He's going to be out there, and when he's out there, he's going to make a play. That was a huge play. Speaking
of plays, Scotty Miller comes up with a special teams play for you, whether it was a forced fumble or a muff. He prevented Jalen Reagor from recovering that ball and setting up you guys with some good field position. Yeah, that's true for Scotty now. I was very apprehensive about him being a gunner with his size, but man, he's turned out to be a heck of a gunner. That's two fumble causes and recovers, and yeah, he's playing his ass off.
Eric Kaufman.
Hey, congrats, Bruce.
Thank you, Ira.
Bruce, you were always looking for a clean game, 0 turnovers, minimal penalties. Looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah, wasn't real happy about a couple of the injuries, but hopefully they're not super serious. And it looked like, Jensen came back in and Tristan tried it, but I think other than that, we came out pretty clean. But yeah, it was a good game offensively and defensively.
And Bruce,
I thought our special teams really played the best game of the year.
Bruce, 8-1 at home, fans coming out, in tough conditions. You've waited a long time to build up a home field advantage in Tampa. Looks like you've done it.
Yeah, I thought the crowd was huge, man. They guys are feeding off of it. They were loud from start to finish, and hopefully it'll be even better next week.
Karen Loftus.
Hey, Coach, in going back to no turnovers for you guys have only had 1 turnover in the last 4 games. Can you just speak to how important that ball security is for you guys?
Yeah, I think everybody touching it, our runners, our receivers, everybody's very conscious of ball security. Tom hasn't come close to throwing one. And so, yeah, it's hard to beat us when we score points and don't give it to the other team.
John Romano.
Playing off that same idea, Bruce, with no turnovers, limited number of penalties, taking advantage of what the Eagles gave you. Just how much value is there in having a smart, experienced team at this time of the year?
Oh, it's huge, John. We had 1 or 2 plays that weren't, but man, for the most part, offensively especially, we're playing really good football for the last month. And defensively, other than the fourth quarter, I thought we played outstanding.
Jarrett Bell.
Okay. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? Congratulations.
Hey, Jerry, how you doing, buddy?
Good, good. So, you go through the whole season saying, it's a new year, you're defending champs, but it's a new journey. That being said, what's your biggest concern right now with one playoff win down, and for you, hopefully, you can keep it going?
Right, Jerry, healthy bodies, just staying healthy. Hopefully we can keep our offensive line intact because I think they're the best in football. And, Tristan especially, they'll be working on that ankle nonstop. But yeah, I think staying healthy, turnover free and taking the ball away. That's a good recipe.
Mhm. And so the health wise, obviously, like you said, Tristan and Jensen came back, getting people back on offense. That's a day-to-day
It
scenario.
seems like it's been, I thought we'd have our starting defense for the first time since the first game, and then Sean couldn't go at the last second. And hopefully we'll have them all back out there next week.
Yeah. And last thing to that point, I mean, that's been the story of the season, hasn't it? I mean, from the beginning to the end, the middle has been injury management.
Yeah, next man up. And just like I told him, man, I'm so proud of all the ones that stepped in and stepped up. When you put a Bucs helmet on, there's a level of expectation. And you don't have to be the guy you replaced. You just have to be the best you and just play your best. And everybody that's had an opportunity has done that.
Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Bruce, there was a little lull in the middle of the game, kind of the end of the second quarter, early third quarter, where you guys went 3 and out 3 straight times. And then you got the turnover from Scotty Miller. How much of a spark did that really give the offense?
That was a bunch. It was a bunch. And because we lost struggle protecting there for a little while. And didn't get ourselves in manageable third downs. And we kind of got it cleaned up.
We'll go to Mark Canizario.
Hey, Bruce, can you speak to the game that Tom had today? It didn't look like he had to do remarkable things, but he was obviously he was the usual surgical self.
Yeah, it's like once Tom figures you out, man, you're in trouble. And the wind didn't even affect him at all. And he was extremely accurate on the right guys. I mean, that was a dime he threw the mic for that long touchdown. And yeah, he's a surgeon, man. I mean, once he figures you out and we can put him in a position and protect him, he's gonna eat you up.
Thanks, Bruce.
Joey Knight.
Coach, can you speak to the combined effort of Keyshawn and Gio, especially Gio after being injured for a while?
Yeah, Band-Aids and duct tape. He played his ass off. Keyshawn can run, man, and he can catch, and he's a damn good back. And he's making the best of his opportunities, and we're very, very confident in him.